Yeah.
Chief, can you tell me, where do you see the Ifa tradition? What will it be within the next 20 years?
Well, if I is growing at a very, very fast pace. I am happy, from the comments and from my friends who are in the US, South America, even from Germany. We have been able to know that the fastest growing religion in the world today is Ifa and Orisa practice. Indonesia, Germany, even in Poland, Ifa has been adopted as the national religion. Adopted and a bill passed. In Venezuela, Cuba, I was made to understand that in Cuba, 99% of everybody you see on the street, they are initiated. In Venezuela, up to 60-70% of everybody you see in Venezuela, they are into Ifa and Orisa practice. In US, in Miami, it's Atlanta. So it is mind-warming. I see, or I can project into the next 20 years, may Olodumare spare our lives till that time, that in the next 20 years, the world of Ifa will be so big that it will be beyond the comprehension of even we that we are here today. And that, I believe, will be the beginning of some of the words that Igi Ose, Igi Seo, Irele Se, Igi Ogba Se, Keni Olomi, Okoku Kin Loko, Aleku, Keni Olomi. That verse attests that there is an entity, called Ajagumali, and, Anwananimaja. Ifa attests that these entities, they are the ones that teach Ifa in dreams. And there are some other entities working with these entities that makes things to work like as if they are coincidental for a life to be a very good place to live in. I can imagine if a world that has doctors that are initiated who were told that they need, or the specific of their workforce, engineers that are initiated who knows how to design, because initiation will program the man to be able to be the master of what he has chosen as his means of livelihood, if he is the right path that Ifa has chosen for him. So when you have people that are initiated, then you have a better world. So in 20 years time, I'm seeing a better world, a world that is going to be filled with peace if people go by the virtues of Iwapele. They adopt that virtue, the life will be peaceful. I foresee a world that we're not going to have no more war, no more uprising. And I also pray that all the natural disasters that is happening across the United States, that there could be a verse of Ifa that can be chanted that's going to mitigate all this in future. Ashe.
Baba, to conclude this interview, is there anything that you wish to add, or any closing comments you wish to say before we end this interview?
Well, I'm going to start from the idea that first of all, I wish to thank some of my friends, starting with the one that is sitting just beside me, and the one that is doing the recording. Ifa-Orisa is at the back of the camera. You might not be able to see his face, but they have been a very, very, big contribution in my life. I got to know this my friend just about a year ago, and I've known him to be a very upright, very, very honest person. I wish that everybody will be like him. I also would like to thank some of my other friends in the larger world. I thank the organizer of this big conference, Ifa-Awulola. May Olodumare and Ifa bless you. The vision that you have for this conference will not die. I know that it takes a lot, financial, and I cannot imagine the number of times that I have called you 2 a.m. in the night, and you have never complained. You have also, called me in the middle of the night, emailed. I don't know why your fingers do not pain you. because I cannot imagine the number of times you've emailed me. May Olodumare bless you continuously. I thank your family because I know that it's because they stood by you. That's the reason why you are able to do this. I also recognize my friends. James in Chicago, my big brother is a very, very big factor, to me. He's a big time Babalawo, by all standard. I thank him for that. I thank my friend also in Denver, my friend and brother, Awodele Ifayemi, Nestor Pabon. May Ifa and Olodumare bless you. I know you will be smiling and laughing. I know you. I thank my friends in Texas, Yalawo, Ugoshade Ellis. I thank Oluwo there, Baba Fayemi. I thank everybody. I cannot mention. I know tens of thousands of people, but I know you know that I want to mention your name. It's just that because time will not permit. But in concluding this interview, I want to add to every one of us that I have a gigantic program which I intend to launch very soon. And that program is not money-based, it's not financially based, it's just for knowledge. I call it International Federation for Art, Religion, Culture, Cultural Identity, and Theatre of the Yorubas, Ifa-City. I intend to launch this program for people to be able to get knowledge. I intend to be like a bridge between the people who know, because I know that I don't know anything, and also for you guys who wants to know, such that we'll be able to exchange information and work hand in hand to be able to make this world that we are expecting in 20 years to be a very good place to live in. I am expecting a kind of upsurge in the number of people that will be coming for initiation in 20 years. I'm calling on all of us so that we will not fall victims of fraudsters, because when, like Babalawos before us, Araba Udele Afayemi said that there will be a time when people will just scamper to go and meet anybody. Please just initiate me. I don't want a situation where people will fall victims of fraudsters and the rites of ritual or rituals that were performed then in the Igbodu will not be complete. Take up the armor now. Let us form a group. Let's identify with each other. Let's know that we are each other's brother's keeper. Let's come together to share knowledge, to continue to develop such that when this upsurge comes, we will have enough manpower to be able to handle it. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe.
Baba, I apologize. There is one last question that I forgot to ask, which is a question that many in the diaspora want to know.
Okay.
When the matter of the accord and the controversy began in Miami, and the Oriates came out with this accord,
yes,
people want to know back home, why wasn't there an official response from Nigeria in regards to this matter? And people also want to know, where do the priests in Nigeria stand on this issue?
Well, that's a very, very tricky question. But like Ifa says that, Ajawoyi, Onima it is the intelligence of today that we have to use to approach the issue of today. I would not want to comment on the feelings of each and every Babalawo, but I know that everybody, when the issue in Miami came up, we have some support, from some caucus. But because you see, education through the internet is the only way by which we can make our voice to be heard. Many of our Babalawos here it may be as a result of this lack of internet that they were not heard. Although I also know that I contacted some people to, air whatever views that they have, and they gave me no comment. Obviously, I think the reason might have been because they feel, like I said, that it is a case of a brother fighting against a brother. But if a brother still fights against a brother, there is still the need for, arbiters to come out and say, you younger brother, you are at fault, or you elder brother, you are at fault, such that they can get to understand themselves. Well, I'm sorry that there was no response, the way you guys desire it, despite the fact that most of the Babalawos that we have in Nigeria here, they feed on whatever you people, you are able to bring. But I know that this is a period that we are getting to know so many things. In future, I'm sure, when the organization that I was talking about, when it starts to manifest, then there is going to be a total change, and people, this kind of scenario will not happen again.
Lastly, Baba, are there prominent priests here in Nigeria who are opposed to what the accord says?
Yes. Arabawo, Ifa-Orisa is one. Arabawo Oroshoki, Awodinagbola is another. Those are big Babalawos. These are people that are in the front. They are front runners of the religion in Nigeria. We have our the Odubonawo in Oyo. The Araba of Ola, Wisha of Ola. Sorry. Those are the people who have made their voice heard. Araba of Masifa. Those are the people who have, said that this is wrong. But because they have no means of communication to be able to make their voice heard, that was possibly maybe one of the reasons why their names did not come up during this period of heat. But I can assure you, there is a kind of reorganization that is going on at home. Everybody knows their mettle now, and I'm sure things like this will not happen again.
Thank you, Baba.
Yes, sir.